everyone. I wanted to pop on here today to do a little focaccia pizza demonstration. Don't worry, I have my corned beef and cabbage on the stove. I'm also celebrating St. Patty's Day, but I had all the ingredients in my refrigerator to make pizza. I just had to pick up the dough. So, if you are not making homemade pizza, oh my gosh, it is so delicious and so easy. And the first tip is you want to get the pizza dough at the pizzeria. Any pizzeria will sell you a dough. They always ask you if you want them to dip it in flour. I always tell them to dip it in oil. And the key is you want it to be room temperature. So if you're not going to use it for a while, put it in the refrigerator, but take it out 2 hours before you're going to use it, because pizza dough that's room temperature is much easier to use. So you're going to take it out of the container, and then all you do is kind of like a steering wheel. You're going to let it just kind of drop and open up on its own. And it's so easy to work with when it's not cold. And you're going to kind of keep doing that until it's like the size of the pizza stone. I'm using our large round stone, but if you have the bar pan at home, you can certainly do that. If you have personal pan pizza stones, you can give a little piece to each one of your kids. They can make their own. You don't even need our dough roller when you open it up like that. Hope you guys can see this. So I'm just kind of wedging it in. This stone has the little lip around the side. I love the stones that are not flat and have the lip because you're not limited in what you can make on them. You can do your chicken on here. You can do lots of different things and not worrying about anything dripping off. Okay, so I have the pizza dough on there, and then we know the magic is the garlic. So fresh garlic. If you don't have our garlic press, what's wrong with you? You need our garlic press. You don't peel the skin. You stick the whole clove in. The first crack that you hear is the skin breaking, and the garlic just presses right out, and the skin pops right out. So I like to use 4 cloves of garlic. I'm panicking because my dog just came downstairs. It's like when you have kids. He was upstairs relaxing. I said, let me make my video now. He just came down. I'm praying he doesn't bark. Okay, so 4 cloves of garlic. And I have the oven preheating to 400 degrees. Pizza cooks the best on the lower rack of the oven at 400 degrees because you want to make sure that the bottom of your dough is nice and crispy. So always on the lower rack. Okay, so we got 4 cloves of garlic. I love this garlic press. And we also have the garlic slicer, depending upon what you're making. Okay, and then I'm just gonna use our pastry brush. I'm taking it back old school with this recipe. When I first started selling Pampered Chef 24 years ago, I would make this at every in-home cooking show. And the truth is, I was making it up until COVID hit last year because who doesn't love pizza? And guys, you can make any kind of pizza. I do spinach and ricotta. I do a zucchini pizza, a marinara pizza, a mushroom and onion pizza. Get creative. If you have leftover chicken cutlet, you can do a chicken parm pizza. So we have the garlic smeared around with the pastry brush. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to slice the plum tomatoes. Well, I didn't use plum because when I went to the supermarket the other day, the plum tomatoes didn't look good, so I happen to have some beefsteak tomatoes. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna slice it on our simple slicer. So this tool is gonna help you tremendously in the kitchen, but you must use this holder because I will tell you without this holder, I have cut off the tip of my finger. So very important that you use the holder. And it has 3 different settings. As you get down to the bottom, you push down on this button. And I have it on setting number 3 for the tomatoes. Okay, and all you're left with is the little piece on the end. Okay, so now let me throw this in the sink. Oh my God, he's here and he's getting ready to start trouble. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay the tomatoes out on the dough. So what makes this different than a regular pizza is there is no sauce. It's fresh plum tomatoes. So that's what makes it a focaccia pizza, the fresh plum tomatoes. But again, you can use regular sauce because if you have kids, they might not like the tomatoes. But using marinara sauce is absolutely an option. So we're just gonna lay the tomatoes out. Very easy, very simple. And the next thing I'm gonna put on here is 2 cups of shredded mozzarella. I've already had it shredded. Oh my gosh, it smells delicious already from the garlic, and it's not even cooked yet. Okay, so let me move this back so you guys can see. Let me get rid of the cutting board. So now you can see the stone a little bit better. Do you hear him? That's my Barkley boy. He's actually going to the beach with his best friend in about a half hour. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, I have to apologize. The Pampered Chef does not have a fresh block of Parmesan cheese. Normally I would grate it with our cheese grater. So I have some grated already. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some fresh Parmesan cheese on here. Literally like 4 ingredients. The next, oh, you know what? I'm making this a pepperoni pizza, but only on half because not everyone likes the pepperoni in my house. So we're gonna put it on half of the pizza. And again, throw on anything you want. Meatballs, olives. You can do the individual pan pizzas, which are great because then everyone can throw on whatever they like. And it's literally like 4 ingredients. So even if you can't cook, guys, you can make this. It was just the garlic on top of the pizza dough, the mozzarella, the tomatoes, the grated cheese, and whatever other toppings you want to add to it. So it's very, very easy to do. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to add to this is some of our Italian seasoning. We have so many great rubs and seasonings, and a rub just means you use a little olive oil first, but they're all gluten-free now, which I love. This is the straight up Italian, but if you cook a lot of beef, pork, chicken, we have lots and lots of different rubs. One honestly more delicious than the next. So this is it, the Italian seasoning right on top. It generally takes about 25 minutes, but I hate telling you exactly because every oven, as you know, cooks differently. But the key is you want it to be golden brown. This dough around the edge, a light golden brown, that'll make sure the dough is nice and crispy on the bottom. You never want to pull it out just when the cheese melts because it'll be raw on the bottom. The golden is the key to when the pizza is done. Okay, so James said, I think I'm the only one who loves our anchovies on my pizza. I got to agree with you. I'm not an anchovy lover at all. Jill said my favorite. Jill, I learned everything I know about focaccia pizza from you, my friend. Okay, so I'm going to stick this in the oven, lower rack, 400 degrees. Make pizza. Guys, it's so easy, and it's just a variation from the boring dinners that we have every now and then. So tonight, it's corned beef and cabbage and pizza. I don't know why, because I had the ingredients in my refrigerator, and maybe I was craving this just a little, but as I've shared with you, I'm watching my carbs, so I'll treat myself to 1 bite. Okay, have a great night. Happy St. Patty's Day, everyone. Bye.